In personal injury law, our goal is to seek compensation for people who have been injured, people who have been harmed in some way in their lives, whether it's a car accident, whether it's someone that's a victim of sexual assault, whether it's someone who has been injured in any kind of way. Our goal is to make them whole. That's the purpose of personal injury law. And we give that person a voice in the courts to seek redress for the injury that they've suffered. When we get a call, usually we are confronted with, and we're getting a call from someone who has gone through the worst thing that has ever happened to them. And they're calling us to help them with that, to fill that void, to seek justice at a time when they may not even know what justice looks like. But they're coming to us, not knowing what to do, not knowing where to go, not knowing who to talk to, not even knowing what questions to answer or ask. And that's where we come in. When someone comes to us with their pain or with their problem or situation, they don't know what to do. They don't know the questions to ask. And oftentimes, they just need someone to listen. And so a big part of what we do, a big part of a big part of assisting people who are looking for our help is listening. We do a lot of talking with judges, with juries, with other lawyers, but when a client comes to us, a person comes to us, our role is to listen, to give comfort, and to give guidance. Because the kind of cases that we're working on, they're impactful. And oftentimes that means that someone is hurting, there's pain, they've lost a loved one, or maybe someone is injured and they're just never going to be the same again, and they don't know what to do about it. I became an attorney because I wanted to make an impact. I wanted to make a difference. And that's the same reason I came to the Cochran firm here in California, in Los Angeles. I wanted to be involved with something that was bigger than myself, something that had meaning beyond words, helping clients have a voice, and to do work that when I look back 20 years from now, I'll be proud of. When I look back, I'll say, well done. And when I look back, I can remember what I did, the people I worked with, the people I worked for, and I can be proud of the impact that I made and the people that I was making that difference with. When I think of being an attorney at the Cochran firm, I think of carrying on the legacy of Mr. Johnny Cochran. And I think that it's immensely important for every attorney here at the Cochran firm, including myself, to understand how important that is. I remember when I first walked in the doors of the Cochran firm, you could feel it. You could feel his presence. You could feel his legacy. You could feel his impact. I remember when I first walked in, I felt like he was just around the corner. I felt like I was about to hear his voice at any moment. And at that moment, I knew I was at the right place. From the moment we get a call, our approach is different. That's how we set ourselves apart. Whether it's the beginning of investigation, talking to witnesses, collecting facts, trying to figure out what happened. Because a lot of times when someone comes to us, they may not know what happened. So that's our role, to go out there, talk to people, turn every stone to figure out what happened. And then as we learn the facts and as we talk to witnesses and as we collect documents and information, we start to develop theories about what is this case about? How do we want to present it to a jury? What information do we still need? And then we move along with the case, we take depositions, but then we bring in experts. We have all these facts. We've turned every stone. We've talked to witnesses. We've developed theories. But now we need knowledge experts to tell us what they think about a certain aspect of a case. And we work with the best experts. At the end of the day, insurance companies respect power. And when they see our name come across their desk, when they see that you've hired the Cochran firm to represent you, they know that you've hired a firm that will never turn its back on you. They know that you have hired a firm that will go all the way, that will never stop, that will keep going, that will keep pushing until you have the justice that you're looking for.